Hey guys, it's Weirdo to Infinity here, and click the link in my description to follow my Instagram for my YouTube channel. It is Weirdo to Infinity, and I hope you enjoy. And yeah, like this video and subscribe to my channel, please. Thanks. Bye. Stay weird. It's Weirdo to Infinity here, and I have another conspiracy theory video for you guys, and this one I'm actually psyched about because I kept it to like one genre, and it's pop culture. So yeah, we're gonna have some pop culture conspiracy theories, 7 I think, and then we have 3 Mandela effects that they're probably the ones that I could find that threw me the most off. Like, I don't know, they just mess with my brain so bad, and I hope they mess with yours too. That's a weird thing to want, but yeah. Also, this pink sheet behind me is because my TV is still on, and in my last conspiracy theory video and in my reaction video, it kept changing screens and it really distracted me when I was watching it, and yeah. So these conspiracy theories don't go that dark, but I do have to put this disclaimer out there that I do not mean anybody any harm at all. All of these are obviously just theories. Some of them are crazy. They are, like, they're really well thought out theories, and I don't want anybody to get upset about these. I don't want anybody to come from my head or anything, or like, I don't want anybody that these are about, if they even see these, to get upset, because that's not at all what I mean by it. And we're gonna be talking about some events and stuff like that that happened, and they were pretty bad. Like, some things happened, and I don't want the people involved to be upset or to sue me or anything, because I read these online and I thought they were weird theories and stuff, so I thought I would share them with you guys. And yeah, disclaimer over. Okay, so this first one has to do with a popular show for teenagers called Riverdale. The show Riverdale is based on the Archie comics, and if you remember, I had a few Riverdale theories in my last conspiracy theory video, but this one is by far the coolest one I have ever found. Now, I have a feeling anybody around 16, 17 maybe knows who Jughead Jones is. Even if they don't like watch the show, they've heard the name Jughead Jones. And he's played by Cole Sprouse. Name sound familiar? He was like an iconic child actor. He was in Friends with his twin Dylan. Yeah, okay. And he was in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Sweet Life on Deck, and he is amazing. Also, one movie I know him from is Big Daddy, because like, that's his name, I think so. Yeah, he was in that with Adam Sandler. He played the kid. Not important, but yeah. So this theory is that Jughead is actually Cody Martin, and that Cody's twin, Zach, had died, and that is why Jughead is always so dark. Because if you think about it, in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck, Cody was always the smarter one, and Zach was always the, like, troublesome one, I think I can say. Like, he was more mischievous and stuff. So I actually sort of believe this theory, even though I know it's not true. It's just, like, fun to think about. Not fun, because in this case, one of my favorite characters on a TV show died, but it could also explain why his parents split up. Why FP and Jughead's mom broke up, and Jelly Bean would be like a child that came after Zach died, or like a secret child or something, I don't know. Because you don't see their mom for for a long time and you rarely see her even on Sweet Life on Deck. So maybe during that whole situation she went and got pregnant or something, I don't know. But I still find that theory amazing to think about, because I always love it when shows like that are crossed over through an actor. Like, my dad and I have come up with so many theories for like American Horror Story and stuff like that, so it's something that I'm passionate about. Is like, that's a weird thing to be passionate about, but yeah, like just like crossing them over when it really is no reason it should be crossed over. But yeah, this second one has to do with an event that happened 2 weeks or so ago. The match between Logan Paul and KSI. Now, we both know that KSI called out the Paul brothers when he won the belt last year, I think it was, and they took him up on the call. Like, they called back, and then an entire year or so was spent training, and then all of a sudden at the match it's a draw. I don't know boxing, or I don't know the rules or anything, so I can't be like an expert talking about it, because honestly I think the whole thing is stupid. But I honestly think this one is believable. Like, I'm a fan of Logan Paul and stuff, and it's just kind of hard for me to like think about that he would do this for show, but I can also believe it because of all the stuff that has happened in the past with the Paul brothers and stuff, like the Jake being on the news and terrorizing the newscasters and stuff. Like, I don't know, so that one's slightly believable, but also I don't want to believe it. So it's kind of just messing with my head and all, but this next one actually bothers me a lot, because I am a complete advocate for LGBT rights, and this one bothers me, but I also sort of understand it. The Descendants kiss. The Descendants gay kiss. Most people don't know about this. I am a huge fan of Descendants, and I didn't even know about it until I heard Shane talking about it. But that's not, like, there's a lot of theories about why it was cut from the movie. It's two characters in the second movie. Their names are Harry Hook and Gil. Harry is the son of Captain Hook, and Gil is the son of Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. And it's just, when you think about it, it makes sense, but the theory is that the kiss was cut out of the movie to keep the movie suitable for kids. And as an advocate for LGBT rights, I'm mad about it, but at the same point, I have to keep an open mind that I have seen both movies 50 times easily, to the point where, like, I haven't seen it in a while, but like at one point I knew the entire movie lines. Like, I knew all of the lines. But when you're making a kids movie, you have to keep it suitable, because I have a cousin the age that the movie is aimed for, and she's 10 years old, by the way, and I know that her parents wouldn't let her watch a movie if there was a ton of kissing in it, because they don't want their kids to know that, like, they can do that. And it's just, I don't know, it's just something that's bothering me, because people are all like, Disney is homophobic and stuff. No, I don't think Disney is. I think they are just trying to get the movie to sell, get people to watch the movie, because I would have watched the movie 20 times over if the kiss was in there. And there are theories that they're gonna touch upon that in the next movie, like just like flirting and stuff. I'm not sure. I hope that happens, just because I love a boy x boy ship. I love it so much. But at the same point, you have to keep it suitable for kids, because you don't want a movie that you make to start having little kids saying, Mommy, where do babies come from? Mommy, why did those two people kiss? I thought only mommies and daddies kissed. I don't know. And I'm really embarrassed to see what my voice sounded like. But yeah, like, I don't think it's a thing of homophobia or anything like that. I think it's just trying to keep it PG. Is it rated PG? I think it is. But like, at the same point, don't Mal and Ben kiss? I know for a fact they get semi-close to kissing. I can't remember at the moment them actually kissing. I feel like every time they go to kiss, they quickly pull away and like cover the camera or something, like at the end of the first movie. So I do believe that one has to, that it was the theory that Descendants was a homophobic movie made, that needs to be debunked. It's not homophobic. If it was homophobic, if I even got a vibe that it was homophobic, I would not watch it. I would tell my family not to watch it. And yeah. This next one also has to do with a YouTuber, Tana Mojo. And before I get into this, I want her to know, like, she's gonna watch this, but I want her to know that I'm not personally somebody that watches your videos, and I am not at all questioning your morals or anything like that. I am not saying that this is completely true. It's a theory, and theories really cannot be proven until somebody confirms or denies it. Like, just please do not be offended, but the theory is that TanaCon was meant to fail. Everybody knows TanaCon. It was this big stink for a long time, and it was like VidCon, but Tana was organizing it. And then it failed. I personally do not believe this one because, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Shane Dawson, and I watched his series that he did with her, and she was clearly upset about it. Like, she was very upset about this happening because everybody's blaming her, and she just feels so bad. She feels like she let everybody down. And personally, I know that is an awful feeling, to feel like you just let somebody down with something you couldn't even control. So I don't believe this one, but the theory is that they did this for money and more fame. Maybe she thought her views were slipping or something, and thought if she did this, she'd get more views, she'd get more money, she'd do this. I actually do not know if the people who bought tickets and stuff, like paid for stuff, actually got refunded or not. I hope they did, because I know my mom would be real mad if she paid for something like that and didn't get money back or anything. And I don't know, the whole thing makes me feel really weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's just how I feel. And yeah, I don't know, it's just, that one's not that believable. I didn't want to put it in, but I also thought, why not? Okay, so this next one, I am personally not going to say whether I believe it or not, because this actually, I have to say, I personally am not outing anybody in this situation. I do not want to do that. This is a theory. It's his business if he does anything with it or not. But the proof is substantial, and it could be just a giant coincidence. But the theory is that Harry Styles, from the former band One Direction and now solo singer, is bisexual. Because I don't know if you guys have heard the song Medicine, but it is told to be a bisexual anthem. And personally, I haven't heard it in a long time, but I did get that vibe, yes. And there's just like a long history of things, like him being shipped with former bandmate Louis Tomlinson. And it's just, if he is, I hope he knows that like there's an entire army out there, like all his fans are there for him, to support him, to hold him up. That's what fans do. And I just hope that he feels he does it in his own time, if he even does. You don't have to come out, you can just be you for your entire life. Like, I don't care. Personally, I love Harry no matter what. But another piece of evidence is he always has some, he hasn't recently, but he went a while when like there would be a rainbow in every picture he posted on Instagram, every single one. Whether it was a flag in the audience, or the way he arranged colors for a filter, or the way the lights were, there was always a rainbow in it. And so people thought, maybe he's telling us something. But that could also be, he's just telling us that he supports the rights of the LGBTQ community. And people are like, well no, he always has like rainbow flags on stage. I'm like, same thing. Like, I personally do not care if he's into boys, girls, in between, both. I don't care. He's still Harry Styles to me. He is still, like, honestly in my head, he's still that 16-year-old boy that auditions on the X Factor. Like, he's still like a piece of my heart. I used to be a huge fan of One Direction, like huge, like bad. And I still am, like, I'm like, okay, if they ever do reunite, I'm here for it and stuff. But like, I'm also, they're doing their thing. And if Harry's thing is coming out, he's doing his thing. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him no matter what, because he's being himself and he's happy for who he is. And he's thriving in this world right now. So I don't know, I'm just happy that he is happy. Like, I'm very glad he's happy. This next one has to do with One Direction and their supposed, I don't know if I said that right, but their breakup. I have to do air quotes because it's not confirmed that it is actually a breakup. But in 2015, it was announced that at the end of the year, One Direction would be taking a short hiatus. 18 months, they said, but let's face it, that. I feel like if they're not coming back, I feel like they knew it then. Like, as soon as the break started, they're like, and they started thriving and stuff, they were like, nah, I'm kind of liking this life. And another boy band I love, Why Don't We, started in 2016. So the theory is that Why Don't We is One Direction's replacement. Because I know a lot of former Directioners that are now Limelights. And, like, all my friends who are fans of Why Don't We, they used to be fans of One Direction. So I feel like they felt like, whether it was purposeful or not, Why Don't We is One Direction's replacement. That's what I believe, and I'm okay with it. Because you can kind of just see it too. Like, One Direction was 5 boys, all from different hometowns and stuff. They didn't even know each other until they auditioned on X Factor. And then they were put into a band. Why Don't We? All from different hometowns, all thrived on their own, and then they met each other, like, on tour and stuff like that, and finally they just were like, let's start a band. And so they did. So, I actually believe this one a little bit, because it's just something like, yeah, same origin, like how the band was created and stuff. Well, sort of the same, but same difference. So that was the last conspiracy theory, and the next 3 will be Mandela effects that I swear mess with my head. Like, It bothers me so much. This first one is a common one, but just so you know what a Mandela effect is, it's when you remember something as a certain way, but you were wrong. And most times it's like millions of people remember it that way, and then all of a sudden it changed, but it was never the way you remember it. So there's no like scientific reasoning for this, I don't think, but it's something that if you think about it for long, you will go insane. Like this first one is the famous line, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," that is everywhere. It's in Descendants pretty much, but it's "mirror, mirror in my hand." But still, it's in Once Upon a Time, it's in books, it's on shirts, there's merchandise with it. But the real line is actually "magic mirror on the wall." And that just throws me off so much, because it's kind of like, all I've ever known is a lie. Like, that's what I think of when I see a Mandela effect. I'm like, that is not okay. Like, it just bothers me so much. It's just like, once I have the type of mind that once I think about something, I can't get out of my head until I find a solution. And this is really off topic, but there is a bug flying around my room. There's like 2 of them, and I don't know if you guys can see it when it like dives down, but it's like, I'm just like focusing on it and I just want to kill it. Yo, that did not just work. Oh, it didn't. I got all excited. But anyways, so that one is one that's commonly known, but this next one I have never heard before. And when I heard this, I cried. I actually cried. I thought I was going insane. Okay, I can't say everybody that I know, but one of my favorite movies of all time is Forrest Gump. I just find it an adorable movie, and one of my favorite lines is, "Life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get." But then I learned that the line is not "life is like a box of chocolates," it is "life was like a box of chocolates." Because if you think about when the line is actually said, Forrest is talking about how his mother said. So my mama said, "Life was like a box of chocolates." Because he's talking in the past tense because his mother said it to him. He didn't say "my mom always says." He said "my mother used to say," or something like that. It was past tense. And it makes sense that it was "life was," but it still bothers me because I see life is like a box of chocolates everywhere. Like there's this one little like gift store at the mall near me, and it's really cute and all, but like there are these little plaques that say "life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get." Even on like boxes of chocolates, there's that line sometimes. And now it just messes with my head. And like when I saw this one, I never actually did, but I plan to watch Forrest Gump before I film this video, but to see if it's actually true. And because all these Mandela effects that I'm saying, I do not know for certain that they are true, especially this next one, because I have never seen any of these movies. Star Wars. Yeah, you know, what a 30-year-old virgin watches on a Friday night. Okay, no hate to everybody who likes Star Wars out there. If you're into that type of thing, then yeah, watch it. But like, I've just never been into that. I don't understand it. I still have a favorite, like, character, R2-D2. I don't even know what the hell R2-D2 is. I know it's that little thing that rolls around. My dad and my brother have tried to get me into it, and I sat through 5 minutes of Star Wars once, and then I fell asleep. Still, I'm proud of myself for the 5 minutes that I was alive. But the famous line, "Luke, I am your father," is not the line. And I have seen so many things like that. Like, I've seen it on shirts, on costumes. I've known people, my friend is actually named Luke because his dad wanted to say, "Luke, I am your father." And honestly, that's me. I gotta say, I would do that. But no, the line is literally, no, I am your father. And I don't know what happens in the movie when that when that like secret is revealed, but still it messes with you. It like, this is why I hate falling down conspiracy theory holes. Like, whenever Shane his last conspiracy theory video that was like 45 minutes, I just lost it, just like disappeared into thin air, the fly thingy. But I'm still really bothered by conspiracy theories. I'm bothered mainly by the ones that you don't think about very often, but then you hear it, you're like, oh. Like the Titanic one I said in my last video, yeah, that one's crazy, and it bothers me so much because I've always been the kind of person to get invested in topics like that. So there you guys go. That was my second conspiracy theory video, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope that this like side wasn't too distracting, because I had to like literally duct tape it to my walls. Wait, give me a sec. Yeah, my thingy fell, but I'll hold it. But yeah, I just said but way too many times. So I'm hopefully gonna be able to find somewhere to film sometime soon, so I don't have to keep doing like a curtain or something, because it's a lot of work. I had to stand on a swivel chair to do it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later. Stay weird. Bye.